To the movie Lair. Lights low, screens glow, real news in the air. Welcome to the movie Lair. From Marvel to DC, every frame gets shared. Welcome to the movie Lair. No cap, no spin, just cinema flair. If it's film or TV, yeah, you know we there. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the yeah. Welcome to the movie Lair. Yeah. Welcome to the movie Lair. We report the facts and the rumors, just keeping it square. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Lights low, screens glow, real news in the air. Welcome to the movie Lair. From Marvel to DC, every frame gets shared. Welcome to the movie Lair. No cap, no spin, just cinema flair. If it's film or TV, yeah, you know we there. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. We report the facts and the rumors, just keeping it square. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. We report the facts and the rumors, just keeping it square. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the Lair. Yeah. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Lights low, screen glow, real news in the air. Welcome to the movie Lair. From Marvel to DC, every frame is there. Welcome to the movie Lair. No cat, no spin, just cinema slayer. It's full TV, ain't no we air. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the Lair. Welcome to the Lair. We report the facts and the rumors, just keeping this square. Welcome to the movie Lair.
What up, y'all? What up? Did y'all go watch Scary Movie? I got my What's Up t-shirt. I don't know what studio runs Scary Movie. Is it Paramount? Maybe I got this from Paramount. Got it from somebody. Ooh, look at the magician on time today, child. Hey, what's up, y'all? Appreciate everybody spending this Good Friday with me. Blue, if you still in here. Baby, yes, I'm dragging you by that beard of yours. Blue is getting it. Baby, wait till we get to the DC section. I got some things to say. But nah, man, what up, y'all? Hopefully y'all are having a great Friday. I hope I keep my voice. Sounds like my voice is trying to go. Hopefully I can keep my voice. But magician, I ain't gonna drag you. Thank you for always being here. Y'all, this is gonna be a black ass show today. I don't have a lot of like comic stuff to talk about. I got some black content, black movies, black TV shows to talk about. I ain't got a lot of comic stuff. So if y'all hear from Marvel and DC, y'all might want to come back in an hour. But we gonna be having a black ass show today. Yeah. How y'all doing? What Blue said? Blue said what I do. You and James Gunn, baby. Y'all are getting drugged, baby. Oh, Lord. Blue said take her voice before she gets to me. Oh, it's at the end of the show. Y'all, we're going to have a good show today. We're going to talk about some stuff that's coming out. The Damson Idris news. That's a little interesting. We finally got his filming schedule. Is he going to be the new Black Panther? Is he not? Is he in Doomsday or Secret Wars? The way his filming schedule looks, you know, it's a little questionable right now. It's a little questionable. We definitely going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the Doomsday PR blunder that they had this week. That was ridiculous. That was horrible. That was ridiculous. Jordan Smith. Okay, Jordan, this is a big paragraph. Let me see what you said. Yo, bro, just wanted to show some real love for your stream because you've genuinely got crazy potential, and I'd love to connect you with the top Twitch streamer who pulls thousands of live viewers and has over 3 million followers. He actually helps small creators grow. Hold on. The right way with real viewers, active chat, and loyal supporters who will sub, gift, and donate. If you're interested, add him on Discord, Posh Blonde Wum, and tell him Lamari sent you. This could be the push your stream needs. Jordan, this sound like a scam. I don't know. I ain't judging you. This sound a little too good to be true. I ain't judging you, Jordan. You know. And I don't know if I'm built for the Twitch platform. I don't know if, because them people on Twitch, they be like streaming all day. I have a real life. I can't be streaming all day. I don't know. I don't know if that's for me. The magician said, here we go, that damn Doomsday. Y'all know we got to talk about some Marvel news. Blue, if you got to watch it on the replay, yeah, Blue, I'm giving it to you today. You better pray my voice does not make it to the end of this stream. Because, nah, it ain't too bad, y'all. I just be picking at my other fellow YouTubers. Y'all know it's never no beef. I just like to pick on them a little bit. But hopefully y'all are having a great Friday. I think we 6 minutes in. Y'all know I don't like to play around. I like to get going. I be having shit to do. I got a real life. So we finna go ahead and start this thing off. Once again, I appreciate everybody who is here with me. We are going to talk about some movie news this week. And we finna get this thing started. Let me get my little headphones on. Other than that, how y'all doing? How you doing? Blue said, nah, I'm here. If you need me to come on and defend my position in the homie gun, let me know. Okay, I'll circle back to you once I get to the end and see if you're still here. Because we can talk now. We could chat. Let me take my earrings out. Because it be hurting my ears when I put these on. But yeah, I got on my WhatsApp t-shirt. Did y'all go watch Scary Movie? I'm not into comedies. I don't think I'm going to watch it, but it looks like people don't like it too much. Looks like Rotten Tomatoes is at like 20%. Ugh. Yuck. Wow. Whew. Okay. Let's get this thing rocking and rolling. All right, so what up, y'all? Tina here with the movie Lair, and we are on episode 21, 2026. And in this live, we are going to be talking about a little bit of DC news. Looks like we got our first look at Lex Luthor's suit. We're going to talk about a lot of new programming that's been announced. I'm a little excited for. We're going to talk about the vampire Lestat. Yes, that's getting ready to start Sunday. We're going to talk a little Marvel news, but that's the gist. That's the gist. Y'all know how this goes. About the first 40 minutes, we're going to be talking about general movie news and TV shows and stuff. Last hour, 30 minutes or so, that's when we get into Marvel and DC. So if y'all want to come back at the end, you're more than welcome. If you want to fast forward, you could do that. I respect everybody's wishes and views. But if you want to rock for the full hour, 2 hours, we finna get this thing going. We finna get this thing rocking and rolling. All right, y'all. Let me get everything loaded up. The magician said, I'm scared. It ain't Scary Movie. They've been weighing it out on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm like, ooh, gosh. It's not. People said it wasn't funny, but I'm not a big comedy girl anyway, so I might have to wait till that bad boy hits streaming for sure. All right, let's get this thing going. Hold on, y'all. I got some new glasses. I wonder if I could use my glasses without it making the stream glare. Let me see how I look. Do the glasses work? Or make me look old? Child, I'm old. Either way it goes, it don't matter. But y'all, yes, man. What the Russos pulled this week was so rough. Did y'all see that? That was horrible what they did to the peoples. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see what they did? Ugh, crazy. Johnny Rastafari said they're projecting Scary Movie 6 to be the #1 movie this weekend and to outperform He-Man. I mean, I told y'all, Dre Mack, when that He-Man trailer the first He-Man trailer, I said, ain't nobody going to watch that mess. I said, nobody is going to watch that movie. It looks a mess. It looks a mess. The magician said, what had happened? So let me go ahead and tell y'all a snippet of what the Russos did, and then we'll get into more detail, when we get to that subject. So pretty much what happened, y'all, and the magician, the Russos put up a little post on their Instagram and was like, ooh, we got something coming for Doomsday. It's going to be coming Monday at 2:00. Make sure y'all there. So y'all know everybody was like, oh, we finna get the trailer. Oh, we finna get the trailer. Child, it wasn't no trailer. It was some Doomsday coffee. They announced a goddamn Doomsday pop-up shop with some coffee. Baby, the people was mad. The people thought they was getting a trailer. They were so upset. I said, why did y'all do that? Why did they do that? That was so horrible. Anyway, we're going to get to it. Oh, but take these glasses off. This is not going to work for me. All right, man. Let's get into the first topic here. Stars. Stars is proving once again that they're not letting Power go. They are going to keep pushing out Power. So the network has officially greenlit Power Legacy, a brand new sequel that will reunite two of the franchise's biggest stars, Tommy Egan and Tariq St. Patrick. Yeah, they coming back. They won't let it go. Like, people keep watching it now. If you watch the finale of Power Book 4, Force, then it probably isn't a huge surprise. Like, the ending teased that Tommy and Tariq would be heading back to New York to start a new chapter together. Well, now it's official. And what's interesting is this show arrives at a time when the Power universe is kind of going through a transitional phase because Ghost has ended, Force has ended, and now Raising Kanan is wrapping up its final season. But Stars clearly believes there's still a lot of story left to tell with Tommy and Tariq. Now, the real question is, can these two actually work together? Is this going to work? Is this going to work? Because Tommy has always been the shoot first, ask questions later. Tariq, he a little bit more calculated, kind of like his daddy. Complete different philosophy on how they move in life. But, hey, man, the big question is, are we heading towards the next great partnership? Or is this just not going to work? Is this just not going to work? What I will say is, man, sometimes people get upset, like, why they keep making Power shows. We want more fantasy. We want more positive representation. We want to see more black, happy families. Problem is, people keep feeding this Power monster. People keep watching this franchise. This franchise is one of the biggest shows on Stars, and when there is a Power series that's getting ready to start up, they see a major increase in subscriptions. This universe is a gold mine to them. Now, true enough, I haven't watched a lot of the Power spinoffs. I did watch a few seasons of Raising Kanan. I watched a couple seasons of Tariq's show. But yeah, man, people like this universe, and it looks like they're going to keep riding this thing out until the wheels fall off. So we, as a community, we can't get mad and say why they keep doing this. They keep doing it because people keep watching it. People keep subscribing. As soon as a new Power show comes out, subscriptions go up. This universe is single-handedly keeping Stars alive right now, the Power universe. Shout out to 50 Cent. Even though he a goofball. Shout out to 50. Blue said, yeah, the Russos hit y'all with that whammy, but y'all love them niggas. Magician said, I fell off after season 1, not in a bad way. I just found better things to watch. Yeah, I'm kind of behind. Free Spirit said, what up, Tina? What up? And I will be watching. Yeah. I'm going to be checking it out, too. Shout out to Free Spirit being a member of the movie Lair.
A member of the movie Lair's here. What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? A member of the movie Lair's here. What up?
welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat.
Welcome to the chat, Free Spirit. Shout out for always supporting me. Johnny Rastafari says, Snowfall was the last gangster type show I seen. I think I'm good on this type of content. I never seen a single show in this universe. I respect that. Power was good. Power was good. It was. Jabari Muhammad said, Tina, what up, Jabari? Nisha said, I never really got into Power. Nisha, what you be watching then? What you be watching, Nisha? Blues House said, Power's dope. I don't understand the hate. You know what the hate is. More positive representation. All right, next topic. Y'all know I like to hit these things and we can keep it moving. All right, next topic. So, one of the most iconic video game franchises of the 90s is finally getting another shot at the big screen. Lionsgate has officially brought some major talent on board for its long-developing Streets of Rage movie. Streets of Rage. The studio has hired the Sonic the Hedgehog writers, while the director is going to be James Samuel. Now, if y'all don't know who James Samuel is, he directed the movie The Harder They Fall, the Black Cowboy movie on Netflix. It was dope. It had Jonathan Majors, Idris Elba, Lakeith Stanfield, Regina King, Delroy Lindo. Just a loaded film. Had some of everybody in it. He also did The Book of Clarence with Lakeith Stanfield, and he's also a good friend of Jay-Z. You know, he tied up in there with Rock Nation. Yeah. That's Jay-Z homeboy. So if they're bringing him in to do this movie, it sounds like they want to put a little flavor on it. And if I could remember correctly, I played the game, probably 30 years ago when it was out. It was based in the city. It was a little urban. So, you know, I can see them wanting to bring in somebody with a little seasoning, to season this up, make it a little different than the other video game movies. But what I will say is I get a little scared. I get a little scared with these video game adaptations because they start to feel a little campy. Street Fighter already looks a little campy. So I'm interested to see what James Samuel does to this movie. If it makes it to the big screen, you know, sometimes stuff will go into development and it never actually comes into fruition. But yeah, man, if you was a kid in the 70s and 80s and you was playing video games, by the time the 90s hit, you probably know what Streets of Rage is. Blue probably know, you know, he old as hell. Blue old like me, so we know about these old school 90s video games. But yeah, man, Streets of Rage is in development as a movie. How are you going to do this? How do you bring these three characters together? How is this going to work? Child, I don't know. I don't know. The Magician says, maybe that's what it is. I got to be in the mood for that kind of content. I watch P-Valley too. Yeah, I like P-Valley. Matter of fact, they need to hurry up and bring P-Valley back. I like P-Valley. Blue talking about I'm not old, I'm seasoned. Okay, you've been baking for a long time. It's okay. Me and you about the same age. Embrace it. All right. Next up. So we have some casting updates. Wait, why is Gabrielle Union there? You're not supposed to be there, ma'am. Hold on. I got my stuff out of whack. Hold on. Gabby ain't supposed to be there. Yes, we're supposed to be doing A Different World. So we have some casting updates for A Different World. So last week, y'all know we talked about Deborah Wayne, and I told y'all, I'm like, she probably going to be the youngest child who has to kind of find her way. And a couple days after I did the live, it was released that that's pretty much what's going on with her character. So let's get into these descriptions for the 6 main, major players in The Different World, reboot. So at the center of the series is going to follow Deborah Wayne. She's the youngest daughter of Dwayne and Whitley. And unlike her famous parents, Deborah is described as sheltered and still trying to figure out who she is and what path she wants to take. So it sounds like she, of course, is going to be our main entry point into, this new version of Hillman in 2026. But we kind of guessed that. We kind of guessed that last week. I'm like, y'all, she probably going to be young. She's probably going to be either a spoiled brat who has to deal with the reality of being out on her own, or I was like, she's probably extremely sheltered. And it looks like they're going the sheltered route with her. So that's going to be our main character, Deborah Wayne. Now, Rashida Duvall is going to be a first-generation college student majoring in criminal justice. So Rashida is going to be played by Elijah. And for y'all that don't know, that is Pam from Martin's daughter. So Pam from Martin's daughter is going to be a criminal justice major, and her description is she's ambitious, focused, and apparently has very little patience for the chaos and distractions around her. So sound like she's going to be cussing everybody out. That's what it sounds like. Then there's Kojo Achebe, a Ghanaian Nigerian fashion entrepreneur who's trying to find the confidence to fully pursue his creative visions. Now, from my experience, okay, anecdotal experience, them Nigerians be wanting their kids to be doctors, lawyers, engineers, not no goddamn fashion designers. So I wonder if that's going to be like a little conflict, or hey, maybe he has like supportive parents who are supportive of his career. But usually, from my experience, them Nigerians be wanting you to go be doctor, lawyer, not no fashion, none of that. We didn't risk our life, come here and save up our money to send you to school to go play with clothes. The Nigerians don't be playing that, okay? So we'll see. Next up is Amir Rodell, is a psychology major who has a habit of helping everybody else solve their problems while avoiding his own. And let's be honest, we all know somebody like that. Me. It'd be me, trying to help everybody solve their problems and don't even be fixing my own. Next up is Hazel Henry. She comes from a church-raised family, small town, small background, and she's arriving at Hillman trying to figure out what values she wants to hold on to and which ones she wants to redefine herself. Girl, when you from a small town and you go to college, sometimes it's a slap in the face. It's a big culture shock, big reality check. Things is different. Things is different. Now, Shaquille. Let's talk about Shaquille, bottom right-hand corner. Shaquille is a star athlete carrying the weight of family legacy. It says he's the son of Hillman alumni Ron Johnson, which should be a nice connection, back to the original series. Now Shaquille, let me blow Shaquille up here. This is Shaquille. Now, I thought Ron was short. Did y'all watch A Different World? Ron always seemed kind of short. Shaquille looked tall as hell. You got a tall ass son. Ron's son is tall. So look, I don't know what sport he's playing. They say he's an athlete. Probably going to be a basketball player. Or he could be a tight end, little wide receiver. He got the build for either one of those. He's a pretty looking man. That's a handsome young guy there. Child, I hope he not in the closet. Oh, what if he one of the gays? Oh, the people gonna be mad if he one of the gays. It's 6 people on this list. Somebody is LGBTQ. One of y'all is gay on this list. I don't know who it's gonna be. One of y'all is one of the gays. It might be Ron's son because he's a good looking man, but it might not be him. But somebody gonna be LGBTQ on this platform somewhere. But yeah, man, this is like your main cast of A Different World, and I'm excited. It's coming out this fall in September, and hopefully it's good. I'm down for it. I'm down. Y'all still talking about Streets of Rage. Blue says, I hope they really hit on the cultural nuances and current events like the original. Yeah, for sure. They got to. Jabari Muhammad said his mama tall. She ain't that tall. We don't even know who his mama is. She wasn't that tall. Blues House said they had these kids late in the game. Yeah, these got to all be the babies. These got to be the young kids because look, Blue, I said last week, I said Deborah Wayne got to be the oops baby. It's like, oops, wouldn't mean to have this one. Damn. She got to be the oops baby. All right, what we got next? Gabrielle Union. All right, so HBO has a new project in the works called Debbie, a new legal drama that's being developed with Gabrielle Union, attached as executive producer and reportedly in talks to be the leading lady in the show. Let me tell y'all about the premise. So, this is what the TV show is supposed to be about. Gabrielle would play Debbie Powell, a once powerful attorney who was feared and respected throughout Atlanta, but after a very public downfall, she's forced to start over as a public defender. Instead of representing the rich and powerful, she's now fighting for the people the system has overlooked and left behind. And what makes this interesting is Debbie isn't some rookie learning the ropes. She's bringing all the skills, connections, and courtroom instincts that makes her one of Atlanta's most formidable lawyers. Okay, that's what the tagline says. So it looks like HBO looks like they're doubling down on a strategy that's kind of already paying off with The Pitt, and that means they want to produce more procedural shows that can come back every single year. That's not going to cost a lot of money, and I think we need something like this, and I think 1,000% Gabrielle Union can pull this off. Gabby can do this. Gabby hit a little run, about 10 years ago with being Mary Jane on BET. She can pull off this little Kerry Washington scandal type energy. She can do it. And with it being on HBO, we know it's going to be good. And honestly, I like the premise for this show. She's going from being like a high-powered lawyer to a public defender, which means she's usually going to be representing people who can't afford a lawyer. And I think that's going to bring in like some savvy to the show because, what do you do with low resources and like a large caseload? I like this. You are bringing in a lawyer who knows the game, but now she's at the bottom and she's going to be able to help, some of the low level people who can't afford attorneys, but she has the skill and intellect to kind of beat some of these cases. So I think this is going to be good. HBO they don't make bad stuff. They just don't. So I'm excited for Gabrielle Union. She hasn't had a role in a while, but this fits right up her alley. I could see her being a lawyer for sure. Like, she always has that type of energy anyway. And Gabby, we ain't forgot you was the mean girl of Hollywood. They say Gabby used to be, kind of mean, but, she deserves to make her come back. Oh, Jesus. Magician said, I'm here for it. I thoroughly enjoyed her other show on Netflix. Blues House said, Gabby does good in these roles. That's what I said. Yep. Free Spirit said HBO always has good shows. They do. Yeah, they don't. HBO rarely just like messes up. They usually are pretty good with stuff. All right, next up. All right, The Magician. Y'all know we talked about this. A couple months ago, we talked about this Hannibal movie. Well, looks like Denzel Washington and Antoine Fuqua's upcoming Hannibal movie has hit a major roadblock. Yeah, they're in a little trouble. So, according to a new report, Netflix has officially paused pre-production on this historical epic centered around the legendary General Hannibal. The film was reportedly gearing up to begin production in Italy later this year, with casting like already underway. They was looking to kind of scout and get people in. Now, the reports is saying before anybody says the movie is canceled, that's not what's being reported. The issue appears to be budget. Insiders say Netflix and the producers decided to put things on hold so they can work out some financial concerns and make sure everyone is on the same page before moving forward. It is reported that the budget is almost $200 million. Why is this movie $200 million? This is crazy. Anyway, what's interesting is this wasn't like a project that was like sitting on the shelf. This movie was actively moving ahead. They was looking at actors, locations was being like, they was moving ahead. But something has caused this production to shut down. Good news is, sources say both Netflix and the producers are still hoping to get this film back on track, meaning Hannibal is still very much alive. They just need to figure out how to make the numbers work. with a story this large involving like ancient warfare, massive battles, and like, it's not surprising that the budget is $200 million. We just gonna have to wait and see if Netflix decides to go all in. But for now, the Denzel Washington Hannibal movie has been put on pause. The question is, should Netflix spend whatever it takes to make this movie happen? Or is this the kind of blockbuster spending that Hollywood is trying to rein in and they don't want to spend no money? Or hey, let me give y'all a bright idea. I don't know if anybody has ever thought about this at Netflix, but hey, maybe just put it in the movie theater, okay? So you can recoup some of the money. Like, how do you get so deep into pre-production and suddenly realize the money ain't adding up? The money ain't at Netflix. Y'all got the money. Don't start acting funny when it comes to the black projects. Y'all got the money. You know how we know they got the money? Because when the deal that they had with Warner Brothers didn't go through, Warner Brothers had to pay Netflix several billions of dollars for backing out of that deal. So y'all got the extra money. Y'all don't get to acting like that with the black projects. I get it. It's a black movie and y'all think people may not watch it. If y'all don't think people gonna watch it, put it in the movie theater. Like, what we do? Why are we spending $200 million on a Netflix Hannibal movie? Why are we doing that? Why? This need to be in a movie theater. And Antoine Fuqua, he just can't catch a break. There was already rumors that he was having a tough time making the Michael movie because they said the estate was kind of breathing on his neck and trying to control that movie. And now he running into issues with the Hannibal movie with Denzel. Hopefully they get this figured out. Hopefully they get this. Sounds like the perfect project that Warner Brothers would probably want to gamble and pick up if they were going to stay an independent company. So hopefully Netflix, Fuqua, and Denzel can figure this thing out, because Denzel, you got to go film Black Panther. Okay? Y'all got to get it together. Black Panther should be gearing up pretty soon. But the Hannibal movie is currently on pause. The Magician says it's an epic story to fabricate. Yeah. Nisha said, I'm like, $200 million budget. Why? Blue says Hannibal should be fired, but at least short theater run. But Denzel and Fuqua is a hit. Hey, we'll see. They got to get this thing figured out. That's a lot of money. All right. Next up, what we got? All right, y'all. So I saw a trailer for this movie coming from Paramount called Mr. Tuggle, and it looks good. I saw it at CinemaCon. The trailer isn't out to the public yet. Hopefully, they'll probably drop this trailer around fall. But this movie is releasing around the same time as Doomsday, Dune, and Jumanji. This movie is coming out on Christmas, and it's a sports movie based on a true story about a guy who was trying to get into the NFL, and when he gets there, he finds out he has cancer, and he's still, trying to fight through. And honestly, man, it looks like a good movie. It's the main character is going to be played by David Cornsweet, who plays Superman. Now, there's also a Rocky movie coming out around the same time called I Play Rocky. That looks amazing too. So I'm putting these two movies in competition with each other because they both have the same kind of vibe. They're both sports movies. I think the Rocky movie comes out around Thanksgiving and this one is around Christmas. Yeah, I got them kind of competing against each other because they have the same energy. I also got Dune and the Odyssey competing with each other. Everybody trying to put Dune against Doomsday, and I'm telling you right now, there's not a battle there. There's no battle with Doom and Doomsday. Y'all need to be comparing Dune to the Odyssey. Look, it's not. So the battle for me right now is Doom versus the Odyssey, Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter, and I Play Rocky versus Mr. Irrelevant. Those are the movies that I'm putting against each other. But the reason I'm talking about this Mr. Irrelevant movie is because they just did some test screenings. And they said everybody is walking out like this movie is good. is a good movie. I just think they need to move this release date. Why? Like, this should not be dropping with Doomsday, Dune, and Jumanji. This needs to get out of the way. Get out of the way. They need to move this to like January, peak NFL playoff time. Get this movie away from Doomsday. It's gonna get demolished. It's gonna get swallowed at the movie theater trying to even play ball around that time frame. But overall, it looks like a good movie. Happy for David Cornsweet. I've liked him before he was even Superman. But yeah, y'all, this movie looks good. I think it's going to be one of those sleepers. All right. What we got next? Oh, Interview with the Vampire. So for y'all Interview with the Vampire fans, the new season starts Sunday, 9 p.m. on AMC Plus and AMC. Y'all. AMC let your girl watch the first 6 episodes. And what I will say is this season is insane. This season is so off the wall bonkers. I did a non-spoiler review on my page. Y'all can go check that out. But this show, I needed some anxiety medicine after the first episode. It like the first episode that is coming out this Sunday, it is so chaotic. If you watch season 1 and season 2 of Interview with the Vampire, it was a very calm experience. You know, Louis was this nice, cool Creole vampire, and you just sitting there and he just telling his story. Season 3 just snatches you by your wig and just drags you, okay? It's not going to work for everybody. Everybody not going to like this season. But what I will say is it is at 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. But this season is crazy as hell. I'm talking about real rock star shit. Like Lestat, he doing all the illegal activities that you can think of what a rock star would do. And he a vampire on top of that. So you know it's crazy. It is insane. Now. Hold on.
Get him banned.
Oh, man. Let me get my little Aaliyah meme up there. Y'all. I don't want the music. Cut that off. All right. Akasha. Now, Akasha is no longer being played by the late, great Aaliyah. She is now being played by Sheila Atim. And I haven't seen a lot of the new Akasha, but what I can say is she is very different from Aaliyah's version. We are talking about a complete contrast, and I'm so excited to see how everybody else views this version of Akasha, because she is very different. Hopefully this season goes well, because they're already saying if this season does good, next season will be Queen of the Damned. It'll be all Akasha. Now, after Queen of the Damned, after that season, I'm most likely done with the series. Okay, I'm tapping out after Queen of the Damned, because after the Queen of the Damned books, Anne Rice started losing her mind, and them books started to get a little too weird for me. But I so want to go back in history to ancient Egypt to see Akasha sitting on that throne with her King Inkle and the origin story of all vampires. Now that is going to be some good cinema. I'm talking about we get to go back to ancient African civilizations if we can get to the next season. So I'm excited about what can possibly come. But until we get there, yeah, you going to be dealing with goddamn rock star Lestat. Like craziness, just pure madness. If y'all watch the TV show, I'll be doing reviews after every single episode. I'll be putting the videos up. But yeah, just be prepared. Season 3 is insane. Okay, it is completely wild. I've never seen some crazy shit like this. It's crazy. Nisha said, yeah, I saw your non-spoiler review. I was like, wow, I'm a little nervous to start it. And the whole thing with Akasha, child, my heart. I think the woman who plays her is gorgeous, but I'm afraid. What are you scared of? What are you scared of? Nisha, have you seen season 1 and season 2? Because definitely don't watch season 3 without season 1 and season 2. But I don't think we should be afraid. I think we should just be prepared for different. Just be prepared for different. Blue said, you think they're gonna let us see Black Egypt? If we get to season 4 and it's Queen of the Damned, you have to. You have to. Because that would be her origin story. You get to see how, she becomes Queen of Egypt. You got to. Now, I guess Blue is asking, is Egypt going to be black or is it going to be the other Egypt? I don't know. But, I mean, they did New Orleans well, so maybe they won't be tone deaf and try to whitewash Egypt if season 4 does get that far. Nisha said, I saw some, but I definitely need to watch it first. Yeah, girl, do not watch season 3 without watching season 1 and 2. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I mean, but to be honest, you could watch this without watching season 1 and season 2. You really can. The way the show is set up, you can come in like this is a whole brand new show. It's not required watching, but Blue's house said it's going to be a white pharaoh sitting next to her. No, he not going to be white. I do know that. Because in this season, we do get to see a glimpse of her king. And he not white. Okay. His nose look like mine. It ain't going to be no white pharaoh. Her man is got them Jackson 5 nostrils. The magician said, come on, y'all. Y'all know she gonna be the only black up there. I can't believe y'all are saying this. Like, the first season was not black as hell. Like, it was a lot of black people in season 1. Her king is an African. That I don't even know if I should be saying that. They probably ain't gonna send me no screeners no more. I damn told too much. But it ain't but 20 people here. We'll be all right. Yeah, her king is an African man. He's African. He's not a white pharaoh. No. His nose look like mine. All right. Next up, let's talk about our nephew, the channel's nephew, Damson Idris. So, filming is underway for Damson Idris's new spy show with Netflix. So, we reported on this a few weeks back that Damson Idris will be playing a spy in a new project. It's going to be 6 episodes, and it's a book-to-show adaptation of The Lord's Day. He's also executive producing on this project, and the creators are going to be the people who did House of Cards. So it sounds like, he has a good team around him. House of Cards was dope. So it looks like he has a busy summer with this project. He also has a Miles Davis movie that he will be working on like immediately after he films this TV show. A lot of people was like, yo, we want Damson to be the new James Bond. And he's like, hey, I'm not going to be James Bond. I'm going to do my own spy project. And he has control. He's an executive producer, so he'll be able to kind of control it a little bit. So, yeah, man, this TV show is currently underway right now. They are filming, and it will most likely be airing sometime next year on Netflix. So he's filming this show. Reports are saying he started filming this show, what are we in, June? They said filming is supposed to run from April to August. And then some news came out today that his Miles Davis project is going to be filming from September to November. So now the question is, okay, is he going to be in Secret Wars or Doomsday? Because Doomsday is going through reshoots right now, but Damson Idris is filming his spy project right now. Secret Wars is supposed to start filming in August. Come August, he's still going to be filming his spy project. And then the next month, they says he goes directly to Paris to do the Miles Davis movie. So the real question is Damson Idris in either one of these Marvel projects, or is he just not in it? And if he's not playing Black Panther and Doomsday or Secret Wars, who is? Who is? Or maybe he finishes his movie in November and then they go back and drag him and put him in the movie. I don't know. What do y'all think? Do y'all think Damson has this role? Y'all know we talk about this at least twice a month. What I'll say is I have been very consistent on what I heard about Damson Idris. And what I heard was he was not in these movies. Now, that could change. Just telling y'all what I heard, that he was not in this film. So when I dropped this info on Twitter, our good brother, the Geeky Cast, he gets on the internet and he says, Damson Idris is going to be in Black Panther 3. And what I will say, Mr. Geeky Cast, that ain't what you told us. That ain't what you told us. Geeky Cast came on my show and he said Damson Idris will be spending a lot of time this summer at Pinewood Studios. And Geeky Cast was hinting that he was going to be in Doomsday or Secret Wars. Damson, according to these reports, is not going to be in Pinewood this summer. He's filming 2 different projects away from Pinewood. So some folks on the internet was like, oh, he could still, kind of come in and out. He could possibly still be in Doomsday or Secret Wars. Hey, man, I guess he could. Anything is possible. That's a lot. That's a lot. Filming one project, jumping to another, and then you going to jump and do Doomsday or Secret Wars. Not saying it's not possible. I would say if that's what we're saying, that they just gonna kind of grab him, he gonna come in and out. It sounds like then he probably won't have a major role if he is in Doomsday or Secret Wars, if he's just filming like little pickups here and there. So I think the consensus is either he's not in these movies, Doomsday or Secret Wars, or if he's in it, he doesn't have a major role. So what do y'all think? What do y'all think based off of this timeline? Damson Idris is currently booked from April to November. Does that automatically exit him out and say, hey, he's not in Doomsday or Secret Wars? Or do y'all think they could just kind of bring him back on the back end? Because now Geeky Cast is saying, oh, he gonna be in Black Panther 3. That ain't what you told us. That ain't what you told us. Now, if Damson is in Black Panther 3, that means there's a good chance he's probably T'Challa Jr. In no world would I believe that Damson Idris is Letitia Wright's big brother. Even in real life, he is 2 years older than her, but he don't give me big brother energy, so I can't see him being like the real deal T'Challa. Y'all know I say it all the time. He always gives me Prince. He gives me Young Boy. I could see him being T'Challa Jr. But if we gonna follow Geeky Cast, if Damson Idris is in Black Panther 3, then that falls back into what I heard was he wanted a long-term deal and he wanted to work with Coogler. That's what I've always heard, and that's what I have consistently said. Geeky Cast is literally the only person who says Damson has been cast as Black Panther. Daniel RPK, My Time to Shine, Alex P, none of them has really confirmed this. And now our good brother Geeky Cast went from he's in Doomsday and Secret Wars to now he's for sure in Black Panther 3. I don't know. And when I press the good brother Geeky Cast, I say, who he playing? Is he going to be T'Challa Jr., T'Chanda, Killmonger? Geeky was like, I don't know. I just know he in the film. Child, I don't know. I don't know. We'll just keep monitoring Black Panther Gate. We don't know. We're going to call this Black Panther Gate. We'll just keep monitoring it. Blue said Damson will not be in the MCU. I don't know, child. I don't know. Blue, you an actor. Is it possible? Is it possible that he could film 2 movies and still roll back in? Is it possible? Blue said, I don't think they have a BP casted. Shuri is the BP as of now, and Coog is busy as of right. Hey, that's what I said. That's what I said. I'm like, I don't know if they casting for Black Panther 3 at the moment. I don't know. Yeah, Blue, stick around. I'm gonna bring you on. We gonna talk about this, and then we can talk about some other stuff. Black Panther Gate. I don't know. Okay, let's talk about DC. So we got our first look at Lex Luthor's suit in Superman 2, and I don't know, y'all. This is why I say sometimes it's okay to not be comic accurate, because when I first saw this, it just kind of popped up on my timeline, and I thought it was Buzz Lightyear. I thought it was like a cosplay when I seen it, and I was like, no, this is real. Sometimes you just don't have to be comic accurate. I guess it's gonna work, child. I thought that was Buzz Lightyear. I'm not gonna judge. Good luck, James Gunn. Okay, hopefully this movie turns out well. Lex Luthor, you look very comic accurate. Blue said it's fire, child. Whatever. All right, let's talk about Supergirl a little bit. So the director of Supergirl is talking about his experience working with James Gunn, and he says, I quote, "It was great to have more of a director than a studio executive. We could just roll up our sleeves and have constructive debates. We discussed the smallest details, the music choices, that kind of creative back and forth." So y'all remember when that first trailer of Supergirl came out, and I was like, this feel like James Gunn. And people was like, no, it's not James Gunn. He's not directing the film. And when I say people, I'm talking about Blue. People like Blue. Yo, no, this don't feel like James Gunn. This straight out the comics. No, it wasn't. We had the director, Mr. Craig, saying him and James worked together on this film all the way down to the music choices. This Supergirl movie feels like a James Gunn property, and that's unfortunate because this director, Mr. Craig is a good director. He knows how to make movies. He's a good enough director where he don't need James Gunn to come in and control this film. Like, Gunn got to move out the way and let his creators create. Let the people create. Now, my personal opinion for Supergirl, they have dropped the ball on marketing this film. I have always said that. This movie doesn't feel like they know who their target audience is. This should have been completely marketed towards your Devil Wears Prada, Barbie demographic, and they just dropped the ball. They dropped the ball, and I knew they were going to do this. I talked about this 6 months ago. I said, I don't think they know who the target audience is, because it can't really be little girls, because you got Millie Alcock tossing back drinks in the movie, even though it's PG-13, but we definitely not going straight at little 5, 6, 7-year-old girls. And it's not adult to the point where we trying to really lean at Wicked, Devil Wears Prada. Like, they just missed the marketing on this film. They missed it. They should have teamed up with the people who did the Barbie marketing and Wicked, because they hit their numbers. And the way this movie is tracking right now, I don't know. But the critics that have watched the early screener of it, I think people saw screenings yesterday. I mean, people are saying that it's good. And it's just unfortunate, because even if it's a good movie, they not marketing it correctly at all. They are completely missing the mark. When I went to CinemaCon, I don't remember seeing no Supergirl marketing anywhere. But you know who did have marketing everywhere? Devil Wears Prada. The Devil Wears Prada had marketing everywhere. You could not go nowhere in Vegas and not see the Devil Wears Prada. So I think they missed the mark. But Blue, you was the main one when this trailer came out and was like, nah, man, that don't look like no Guardians. Man, the director then came out talking about James Gunn was sitting making music decisions with him. Sir, get the hell on. Damn. Why James Gunn gotta be all in the videos? Like, let these people make their stuff. The stuff that James Gunn ain't got his hands on look good. Okay? Clayface, lanterns, stuff that they let James Gunn go away and not touch look good. Everything James Gunn puts his slimy paws on feels like James Gunn, and it bothers me. It bothers me so bad. Because why? Why you couldn't let this man make a Supergirl movie without like this man is some amateur director. You treating this man like he a rookie. Like he don't know how to make movies. Oh. James Gunn gets on my nerves, y'all. He gets on my goddamn nerves. Magician said all in the videos. Yeah. Move. I don't even want to scream in the mic. Move, sir. Damn. I could see if this was a young director, if this was somebody like 24, 25, this is somebody who's only done one movie. This man that you hired to do this movie knows how to make movies. I don't need you. Don't come to me for shit. I come to you if I need help. I don't need your notes. I don't need you to tell me what type of music need to be playing. I don't need your help with production design. You tell me what my budget is. You can come in every now and again, but don't hire me to do a job for you to control the job. Y'all remember last week, I told y'all, Antoine Fuqua did not do Black Panther because he was going through some of the same things. He had ideas and they was like, no, we want to do this. I don't know what happened by the time it got to Coogler, because they let Coogler do whatever the hell he wanted to do in Black Panther. But James Gunn, I cannot stand to work a job and have somebody on my neck. I'll quit. I'll leave. I can't do it. I can't do it. And this man, Mr. Craig, he telling y'all, he being kind of shady if we being real. Okay. Y'all got to read between the lines of what people be saying. This man said we had healthy debates and constructive debates, meaning they didn't agree on some of the stuff and they had to go back and forth. Like, why am I going back and forth with my executive producer? Why am I doing that? Did you hire me to direct or not? Damn. Blues House said, why the gun hate? Y'all love the Guardians. I didn't. I didn't. I forced myself to watch the Guardians movie. But I respect everybody who did love the Guardians. But my thing is, this ain't the goddamn Guardians. This is Supergirl. You don't hire me to make the movie and then you turn the movies into Guardians of the Galaxy. You should just did the movie. But he can't do the movie because he's getting burnt out. He realizing, damn, it's a lot being an executive and a director and a writer. He doing too much. Move. Let these people make their movies. You worry about why it's not being marketed correctly. That's the job of an executive. That's what he should be worried about. Why the movie is not being marketed correctly. Instead, he want to be in there telling the director what to do. Child, that's Blue Homeboy. That's Blue Boy. Next. So the actor who plays Bullseye wants to be in the next Spider-Man project, and I'm down for it. Yo, Bullseye was so fun to watch this season on Daredevil. I wouldn't mind seeing him pop up in a Spider-Man movie. I'm down for it. I like it. I'm with it. All right, and the last topic. Blue, I'm going to send you a link if you want to come on. We got through the show quick today, baby. I wasn't playing. Let's talk about the Russos and this marketing blunder. Blue. That is not Peter Safran's job. Let me send you the link. Hold on. You love taking up for James Gunn, old bleached blonde. Oh, that is his homeboy, child. Let me send you the link, Blue. Hold on. Where you at on my Twitter? Let me get in my Twitter DMs. All right. Let's do this last topic. Then we're going to bring Blue up and argue with Blue for a little bit. All right, y'all. Let's talk about this ridiculous PR stunt that the Russos and Marvel pulled. Now, they was wrong for this. They was dead wrong. So the Russos posted on their Instagram like a solid green square, right? And they tagged Marvel, the Avengers, South by Southwest London, and people immediately started coming up with these crazy theories. People was like, yo, that particular color green has a code of 7/18, so that means the trailer is dropping on 7/18, which is July 18th. And I'm looking like, y'all doing too much. They clearly tagged South by Southwest, so whatever they doing is gonna be like around that time frame. Then they posted the Latveria flag and was like, we got something coming. So everybody was like, what? They got something coming? And they put an address to a coffee shop on the post. And immediately people was like, yo, something is going down. The Russos just dropped the Latverian flag. They said something is coming Monday. And I'm sitting back like, y'all, that trailer is not coming until Comic-Con. So the day gets here. I can't remember if it was Monday or Tuesday because I was in my bed asleep. And y'all, it was just a pop-up shop with Dr. Doom themed merchandise and coffee. It was so funny because all of these streamers were live streaming thinking a trailer was going to drop. Baby, I was in the bed asleep. I knew it wasn't happening. They was not about to drop no trailer at South by Southwest London. Like, come on, y'all. But they was wrong because they had the Marvel fans like... Marvel fans was hurt. And what makes like matters even worse is when they dropped the stuff on Instagram and was like, something is coming Monday, people started reporting that they heard a trailer was coming too. So some of the scoopers was like, trailer's coming. But if y'all notice, none of the big scoopers said a trailer was coming. My Time to Shine Hello didn't say nothing. Alex P was quiet. Daniel RPK was quiet. They weren't saying nothing. It was these other scoopers that was like, yo, trailer's coming Monday. Everybody get ready. And literally, it was just a pop-up shop. Horrible. That was horrible. The marketing for Doomsday has been so choppy up until this point. They dropped the 4 trailers in December, and then they just go radio silent. Then we get a trailer at CinemaCon. It was a good trailer, but then people was upset because the public didn't get to see it. And now this whole coffee shop thing, that was a blunder too. That was just a blunder. I think when Comic-Con gets here, everybody will be satisfied, but up until then, they've been playing with people, man. They've been trolling, and that's kind of foul. That's a little foul because the whole pop-up shop for coffee was like, what's the point? Like, why did y'all even do this? Can you even buy the coffee online? Like, what about the people who not in London? Can they buy the merchandise online, or was this just like, child, y'all wasting them people time? Listen, as soon as I walked out of CinemaCon 2 months ago, I told y'all, I said that Doomsday trailer ain't coming to Comic-Con. People try to say, oh, it's coming out the Sunday after CinemaCon. Then some people said it was coming with Mandu and Grogu. And I'm like, y'all, that trailer ain't coming to Comic-Con. Because if they drop the trailer before Comic-Con, I mean, what else do they have to present at Comic-Con? Like, this trailer is going to be their big shebang. Sounds like we don't have a cast for X-Men. Jake Schreier spoke earlier this week and said he don't know where all these X-Men casting rumors coming from because they ain't made it that far. So we know at Comic-Con they not giving us an X-Men cast. Coogler, he off doing X-Files, so we not getting no Black Panther info. They not going to tell us nothing for Secret Wars, so all they have is Doomsday. Like, all they have is Doomsday. So that's when that trailer is most likely coming. Now, they may tell us who some of the mutants are going to be in the X-Men movie. But other than that, they really ain't got much to say at Comic-Con. So, yeah, Doomsday is going to be at Comic-Con. That's just going to be it. I hate that everybody got their hopes up. I hate that people was online streaming for hours just for it to be a coffee shop. That's kind of messed up. I woke up and I was like, oh, child, the streamers are upset. The Russos left the people high and dry. That was messed up. Now, let's take a look at some things that they said in the interview. Joe Russo says, part of our challenge has always been that there's something that we love from the comics and there's something that other fans of comics love. Sometimes those things are the same thing. Sometimes they're different. A lot of times what our expression in the movie ends up being is what we love most about the comics, but then what is our original story, what we want to tell. That's going to be brand new because we always look at it as our job is not to tell a story that you've heard. We're never translating directly from comics, we're always adding in a new experience that hasn't been written yet in terms of who these characters can be. He also added in, but I will say, Doom hits that sweet spot between being very specific and unique to the original story that happens within this film, but also delivering on what the awesome things are about Doom in the comics. So essentially, they saying what I always say to people: these folks are going to change things from the comics. This Doomsday story is going to be different, but they're also going to pull some recognizable things from the comics to make fans happy. But this is going to be different. It's not going to be the same. They also stated, we're back to phase 0. We're starting over from scratch, said Anthony Russo. We're not leaning on anything from the past. It's a completely new direction. He added, you're going to see some shifting and changing in the Avengers. Get ready for it. So them saying they not leaning on anything from the past is kind of crazy. Y'all are leaning on things from the past, because if the rumors are true, we going back to follow Steve to drop the stones off, and he decides to stay to have a life with Peggy. Like, that's quite literally leaning on things from the past. Saying RDJ is the only person who could play this version of Doom, that's leaning on things from the past. Now, as far as them saying the Avengers are going to be shifting, that's understandable. If they're following the comics, we already know Doctor Strange going to be rolling with Doctor Doom. People going to be switching sides. Now, as much trash as I talk, I think they're going to pull this off. You have a cast this large, this talented, like, they got to make this work. They got to make this work. They got to figure this out. Now, also, they spoke a little bit about if this is going to be their last project with the MCU as well. Let's pull that up.
I know this is when we said when we did Endgame, of course we were like, we've completed. It was our 4th Marvel film. We had completed a story arc that we began in The Winter Soldier. And for us, it was very much intended to be an ending. And so I will say this, it's the stories that we're focused on now are complete. Doomsday and Secret Wars speak with one another as 2 films, and they form a expression. Whether or not we all collaborate with Marvel beyond that is certainly a possibility, but right now, the narrative vision is just through Secret Wars at this point.
We're just gonna wait and see what we look like in photos in 2020, and then we'll let you know.
Here's how.
So essentially, they're saying, hey, after Secret Wars, we're done with Marvel. This is it. I know we said last time this is it, but this is really it. Now, a few months ago, Scooper Alex P said the Russos were staying around to spearhead the mutant saga. They're gonna be in the Parliament. So this is kind of contradicting what they're saying. Russos is claiming they done after this. Maybe they playing coy. Maybe they lying a little bit. But we getting kind of conflicting reports. And how I feel? I feel like y'all Russos, y'all need to go. Y'all know how. Y'all Russos, Cap, RDJ, Wolverine, what's that? The actor that played Wolverine, they need to go. I'm so ready for these old people to get out. Like, bring in some new creators. We need some new blood for X-Men. We need something different. Like, I get it. The Russos are safe. Everybody like them. Maybe we should keep them. Let them folks go. There's more people in the world except for the Russos that know how to make movies. Let them people go. God damn. But yeah, man, they played in them folks' face, y'all. They didn't give them no trailer. Jabari said, I thought it said they were bringing in the X-Men. That's what they said. That's what, Blue, I sent you a link. That's what the Scooper said the Russos is going to be spearheading the saga. That's what they said. Magician said, yes, God. Let's move on. Jabari said, bring back Bo. Oh, Bo should be working on. Bo got some stuff he working on. I know he would love to come back to Marvel. I think that was his dream job, and they took it away. Yeah, that's the show for today, y'all. We finna see if Blue gonna come up so me and him could argue a little bit. But how y'all feel? Y'all think Damson Idris gonna be Black Panther or what? What do y'all think? That's the first thing I want to talk to Blue about. Blue, I sent you the link on Twitter. How y'all feel about this Damson Idris thing? Y'all think he gonna be the new Black Panther? Is he gonna be the Black Panther in Doomsday and Secret Wars? Or is he gonna be the new Black Panther after the world resets? It ain't looking like it's lining up like that right now. I don't know. Nisha said, Hugh Jackman said he been ready to walk away from Wolverine. It's hard to replace him though. I think Wolverine can be replaced. Kind of like how we're talking about Akasha and Queen of the Damned. It just has to be somebody so different. They have to be different. So I say go younger with Wolverine. What's up, Mr. Blue? Mr.
What
Blue?
up? What up?
Let's talk about the Damson stuff first, then we'll talk about James Gunn.
All right.
How you feel about this Damson stuff and this new actor schedule that he has?
It's a lot, man. Because he got a lot going on. He's becoming, he's got the especially, which I don't think is going to do well. But if it becomes some type of a cult hit or something like that, or maybe does well on streaming with Children of Blood and Bone, he's on the way up.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't even know if he wants to be tied down by. That's the thing. Do I want to be tied down by Marvel? Because if I do become this guy right here, you know what I'm saying? If I do become that guy, they gonna need me for a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
They gonna need me for. I do want to. I like TV. TV is constant money. Look, that Marvel money is good too, but this over here is constant work.
Yeah.
Constant work. I'm an actor. It's constant work. It allows, and doing TV allows me to maybe do this little film over here, do this film over here. Marvel. When the last time you seen Scarlet Witch in anything? Doing her run. I should say doing her Scarlet. Remember, she had the whole and I don't know where she stands at now, but she was like, yeah, Marvel was so demanding, and I didn't get a chance to do the stuff that I really wanted to do because I was being so. Yeah, I don't know if he wants to do that. I don't know. So I told you I don't think he's cast. I think he would be a dope, like you said, and we talked about it being a dope Prince.
Yeah.
T'Challa, dope young T'Challa. And if, like you said, if they are gonna do the bastard child, he would be that. He would be that.
Why y'all got to do the baby that way? Jesus
That's what
Christ,
he is.
I hate y'all.
I'm just calling it what it is. I'm just calling it what it is. So.
Yeah, because when I saw that filming schedule, I'm like, okay, this is kind of conflicting with Marvel's schedule because he's filming right now for the Spy TV show. So I'm like, but like you said, it could work. But I'm like, if he's gonna be like big in Secret Wars, you would think they would tell him, nah, you got to clean your slate off. We need you here every day.
You here every day. Yeah. Unless he just popping in and hey y'all and then leaving. Like, but that's a waste. Why am I coming in to do that? Nah, I just don't think it's happening. I don't think they have cast a Black Panther yet.
Not even for Secret Wars. You don't even think they have one for Secret Wars.
Nope. Because the way they present this story, and I know you like, hey, we're not going from the comics. I get all that, but they still draw from the comics, which is fine. I don't mind not having a comic accurate thing. My only issue is when you name it after something. Yeah. Then I'm gonna be expecting this. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't go to Harry Potter and what was it, the Prince of Azkaban, and they do something totally different. You know what I'm saying? But if following with the leaks and stuff that I read from Doomsday going into Secret Wars, there's no need for it to T'Challa. Like there's no need. What need do I need? Unless, like I said, that cameo. This is the Wakandan part of Battle World. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a T'Challa in passing, and he does some dope shit, and then he's out of there. But other than that, they don't need a T'Challa. They don't. They got Shuri.
knowing how the Russos, because based off of what I read, they said we know what people want from the comics. Do you think they would do this movie without a T'Challa though?
Man, Feige and them don't care about the comics. That's what I'm saying. They don't care. They don't care about me as a fan, Tina. They don't care about us.
They just said they did in that
They
quote.
and look, y'all be talking about Gunn be lying. Feige is one of the biggest storytellers on this earth, and I be like, that's what Gunn learned it from. That's where he learned it from. He got the Russos line for him. Gunn went up there and said, "Yeah, we were always planning to bring RDJ back."
You mean the Russos or Kevin? You said Gunn.
I'm sorry, Gunn. Yeah, I'm sorry. Feige went up there and said, "We was always planning to bring RDJ back." Now, this is, he said during the time period of them hiring Jonathan Majors for 100-picture deal, like the only guy who's ever been hired to do 100 movies. But they was always planning to bring RDJ back. Man, if you don't sit your lying ass down, ain't no way, man. And the Russos right up there, you know, he the boss, so they shaking their head. Like, yeah. Oh, I do remember that. Like, quit lying for this man.
Yeah, they got to get that lie together, because when you listen to what Feige says about bringing RDJ back, and you listen to what RDJ says, and it's three different stories.
It don't fit.
Instead of just being honest and saying, we got scared. We felt comfortable bringing RDJ back. That's all you gotta say, y'all. You get Jonathan Majors shook y'all up. Y'all ain't know what to do. We in the midst of Me Too. Do we want to have a quote unquote abuser move this forward? We got scared and we went back to our safe place with the Russos and RDJ. That's all y'all had to say.
That's all they had to say. But no, they got to.
But
come
yeah,
up with
that
some
lie
elaborate
of
tale.
we always knew. No.
Even RDJ was done. He was like, I'm going to go do Oppenheimer. He did some TV show that I can't remember. It wasn't really all that good. It was just too dramaed out. It was like too much. But RDJ, I think he wanted to go do another Sherlock, but I don't think that happened because they brought him in to do do more Tony Stark or whatever this is. I still don't know what this is when it comes to Doom. I still don't get it. But yeah, everybody lying. Everybody lying. And I'm just here for the ride. That's it. Tina, I've moved on to I'm just here for the ride, man. I'm just here to report the news, and I'm here for the ride. That's it. That is it.
Look, I was talking on my stream a couple weeks ago. I said, I'm gonna tell y'all how they got RDJ. It was during the Jonathan Majors trial. They probably called RDJ and said, "Hey man, you know, if this goes left, we might need to bring you back. You know, what are we looking at?" I said, RDJ said, "I'll come back if y'all give me $100 million."
Yeah.
Say RDJ hung the phone up and said, "They'll never do that.
They'll never do it." Yep.
So they called him back a week later. We got it, buddy.
Yeah.
RDJ was like, damn. I gotta come back for real.
Yeah. Even look at Chris Evans. Chris Evans said he didn't want to come back. Remember when he left?
Yeah.
He was like, I'm so happy I get to go do the things that I want to do. I want to direct, I want to write, I want to yada yada. Now he back.
Yeah.
They throwing money. They are scared over there, man. They gotta throw all the. I wonder how much Chris Evans is getting, because we keep talking about RDJ and the money he's getting. What did Chris Evans get?
I don't know. Look, if they wasn't so scared and wasn't trying to, like, I think the only reason we know RDJ's salary is because of all the mess with Jonathan Majors. They was trying to, like, hey, we care so much about bringing RDJ back, and it ended up biting them in the ass, I think, because it's like, how do we even know that? Like, who told Deadline and Variety that? Y'all had to leak that.
They did it on purpose. To show how committed they were. They that's what they did. Hey, we committed to the fans. We brought them back. We paid them all this money. We're thinking about you guys. And the fans were like, we moved on, man. Like, we weren't thinking about RDJ. We thinking about what y'all gonna do with Kang. Is Kang coming back? That was the discussion. The discussion was, hey, are they gonna recast Kang? What are they gonna do with Kang? Hey, we got Kang for y'all ass. RDJ, what you doing, bro? Like that. And it just don't make sense. That story did not make sense that he told. It just didn't make sense. Y'all was all in on Jonathan Majors. Ain't no way y'all had RDJ in the back pocket.
You see who in X-Men 97? Rama Tut.
Because
he was gonna be in there. He was gonna be in there too. That's why I'm like, bro, y'all was so knee deep into like Jonathan Majors. Like, y'all gotta stop. That was a bad lie. That was like horrible.
Horrible lie. Horrible lie.
You would have did better not saying nothing, but to say we was always going back to Downey before Ant-Man even came out, like that's wild.
Crazy. That's because in order to do that, that means you knew that Ant-Man was gonna, I ain't gonna say fail, but it wasn't gonna be as good as what, you know what I'm saying? Then you knew that Jonathan Majors was gonna have a hiccup. You knew that, you know what I'm saying? Like you knew all of these things wasn't gonna work out. And you just like, ain't no way. If Kang would have took off, if Jonathan Majors wouldn't, well, I'm sorry, if Quantumania would have took off, if Jonathan Majors wouldn't have had no issues, it would have been JM on every marketing piece. It would have been a Kang here, a variant there. All they wanted to do was variants. Remember, they got so lazy in their writing. All they had was variant this, variant that. So it's like, no, ain't no way you was thinking of RDJ.
And even even before that, I think even with Ant-Man flopping, they were still committed to him.
Mm-hmm.
Even because I think they was just like, it's Ant-Man, but we got Loki coming out. Once again, he was going to be an X-Men. He was going to be in Deadpool and Wolverine. Man, y'all was going to have this man and everything. And for y'all to say, nah, it was always Doom. So why we ain't got no Doom?
Right.
If it was always Doom, why we ain't got no Doom?
They didn't sprinkle in no Doom here, Doom there. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it was always going into Doom, they could have easily sprinkled in some type of storyline. Nothing leads to Doom. Nothing leads to Doom. Doom just about to pop up. Other than that Fantastic Four end credit scene, which still to me was just a random ass scene that they threw in there. Nothing leads to Doom. Nothing leads to hell. What it was, Black Falcon of America, his, you know what I'm saying, his movie.
Yeah.
Even that end credit scene didn't tell us nothing. You know what I'm saying? So nothing officially led to Doom. Then out of the blue, we got RDJ showing up. Was that Comic-Con when he showed up? What was that?
Yep, it was Comic-Con.
Comic-Con. He showed up at Comic-Con, did his whole little reveal, and now everybody's Doom crazy. But it's like, and that's why they got to go and retcon the last 5 years and say, hey, we're bringing it in straight out of Endgame and going forward. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we're going to re-release Endgame and add some scenes to it so it leads to Doom. Like, come on.
JD Informant said our memories are twisted. Ant-Man flopping is like Jordan not dropping 30 in the playoffs. They still wouldn't get rid of Jordan. They'd be like, Jordan had a bad night. We ain't finna get rid of Jordan. Because if the movie was that bad, why is Paul Rudd in Doomsday? That's how y'all know they had intentions on keeping Jonathan Majors if he wouldn't have got in trouble. Because if Ant-Man was so bad, it's like, this is a horrible thing. Why is Paul Rudd still here?
Yeah.
Why?
Ant-Man is the reason because I don't want to say Ant-Man flop. Ant-Man did what Ant-Man does. Ant-Man was like it's always served as like a bridge movie. Hey, we're bridging to the next storyline. Here's some Marvel content for you. It's Ant-Man, nice little family oriented story. I think the reason this Ant-Man felt so off was because it had the wrong stakes involved. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They made Ant-Man a pivotal movie going forward, introducing Kang when I don't think Kang should have been introduced in this. Even with the whole multiverse, you know what I'm saying, all of that. Like, they made Ant-Man a heavy movie, and Ant-Man movies aren't heavy movies. They're supposed to be fun, popcorn eating. Hey, next up, we got this storyline developing out of, you know what I'm saying, whatever the next real major feature. It's normally, a Captain America movie or Iron Man movie that pops up after an Ant-Man movie to serve as the vehicle going forward. And this was just, I would say, just out of the ordinary for an Ant-Man movie. And
yeah. But even if you go back, people still like Jonathan Majors. They were like, this movie wasn't good, but Jonathan Majors killed it. Mm-hmm. Did y'all see the post-credit scene? We ready to see what's going to happen in Loki. Right. So, yeah, I don't like, that was one big story. It's like, Feige, you ain't had to do that. Nah, that was a big lie. You know you was bought in on JM. That's kind of crazy.
Well, because didn't they signed it, it was 10 pictures or something like that? A 10 picture deal?
It was like five. It was at least five.
Five?
It was a five project deal, $20 million.
I think, five picture deal, but I think it was like 10 appearances throughout those. Something like
could have been. Because he was going to be in shows and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. Now, let's transition to Queen of the Damned and the Vampire Lestat. Why you think the Egyptians gonna be white? Where'd that come from?
Hollywood. if Michael Jackson ain't involved, Egypt is white. That's just Hollywood. I don't know why. I don't know why Hollywood just look. If she has a black pharaoh, still be on the lookout for Egypt being white. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. They do not know for some reason. Egypt to them, Egypt is white. Egypt is either white or Arab. That's it. That is it.
When was Akasha born?
See. I'm trying to tell you. If Akasha was born pre-Roman time, what's my man? Alexander the Great, before he got around that area, then it should be black. And yes, Egypt is all about, the big trading. It was like the probably the big trading of that world, of that region during that time. So yes, it would be mixed in. But imagine Egypt should look like the South. You know how there's a lot of black folks in the South. It's still white folks down here, but it's you know what I'm saying? That's what Egypt should look like. Like if you go to any downtown city in the South, you're gonna see us Negroes running amok. We out here. In Egypt though, nah. Nope.
She's 6,000 years old, so was they colonized by then?
No.
You think Egypt should be black?
Yeah, she sounds like she like the beginning of Egypt. Like she might be Egypt itself. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but in the book, she's not born in Egypt. She's actually from the area of Iraq, but her king is from Egypt. So she's like already kind of wealthy over there, and he's like, that's who I want to be my wife, and she moves to Egypt. But yeah, from what I seen, I didn't see a lot.
Hey, don't kill your source now. Look,
no.
if you getting the screeners and you getting all of that, not.
Nah, it's the embargo's up, so we can talk about certain stuff, but it's certain stuff we can't.
Yeah.
But yeah, he look African to me. They kind of glimpsed by him kind of quick, and I was like, hey, he look black. We know she black. I was like, he look black too.
Now I think it's dope. Hopefully, if we do go into the Queen of the Damned and we get the origin, the backstory, I hope they at least give me a blended Egypt. Don't give me a whitewash Egypt. Give me a blended Egypt. If you know what I'm saying, do that. Because think of every Egypt movie that we done had in the past, 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
Only, like I said, Michael Jackson did his Remember the Time Egypt Was Black. And what was that? The animated movie about Moses. Damn, I can't remember that movie.
Wasn't King of Egypt, was it? Prince of Egypt?
Prince of Egypt. I want to say it was Prince of Egypt. Is that what it was called?
I can't remember.
But that was black.
Yeah.
And that was, if you go back and you look, you're like, these melanated people out here, man. There you go. But after that, they were like, oh, hey, we messed up. Who let that through? Who let that color palette in? That's what I think happened. Next thing you know, we got Batman being a pharaoh. We got it was crazy. What was that? In the Gods of Egypt, all the guys was white except for T'Challa.
Yep. Chadwick Boseman. Even on Moon Knight, the guys was they was so in Egypt. I said, "Come on,
trying to tell you, man. Trying to tell you."
Are you watching this season? You watching the Vampire Lestat?
Oh yeah. I'm bought in on Anne Rice. Even her the bad series I watched all the way through, like
the Talamasca or the Mayfair Witches.
Talamasca was just. I thought it should have been. Yeah, I'm 2 out. And I said, I'm gonna finish it because I got too deep in. I'm gonna finish it because I like finishing things. But Talamasca was just a little too slow for me.
Yeah.
Witches of Mayfair, the first season had me intrigued a little bit. The second season just, like what is going on?
Yeah.
I would like for them to just come up with something new.
They tried. The Talamasca's new. There's not a book to that. They just they dropped the ball on that. They dropped the ball on the Talamasca.
Yeah, Talamasca should have been. I would have liked the supernatural people working together in like an agency. You know what I'm saying? This was. I don't know. I did like the I did like what they did with the vampires in the Telemaster, but it was
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
and something about London. I like London shows, but this London was like, they could have kept that.
Look, this season is crazy.
Yeah.
You really got to commit to it because it's not. Look, we're not in New Orleans and we're not in
Right.
Dubai no more.
Uh-huh.
We dealing with a crazy ass white vampire.
But I think that's showing the contrast because we've been getting everything from Louis.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like you said earlier, Louis is kind of chill. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, damn, I ain't think I was gonna like this, but I do like it. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like Louis got so much. Lestat is like, dog, this is what I am, and you about to get this full 100. Let me show you how I really get down, Louis.
Yeah.
I was trying to just kick it with you, and every now
Yeah.
and then my rage would show up.
Yeah.
Nah, I got the opportunity to really rage out on stage
Yeah.
and all types of
Yeah. Yeah. Look, but I said that. I said, what is JD Informant said? I'm on episode 0, season 1. Jay, go watch it on Netflix. If y'all can get past, two men kissing every once in a while, I think it's one of the best shows on earth. I think it's one of the best shows on earth. It should have been on HBO. If it was on HBO, I think the show would be bigger.
Yeah.
And HBO had the rights and they let it lapse.
Yeah. I think two things could be true. It being on HBO probably would have put it out more to more people. But I think it's as well where it's at. Because these streaming services, they need something to piggyback off of and build up on. You know what I'm saying? It's just we talking marketing. Streaming is. I was talking to some marketing people today, and we was talking about broadcast versus streaming, or basically broadcast versus digital. A lot of people really think broadcast is dead, right? But then you look at the numbers. The ad revenue over there at broadcast sitting at 65, damn near 70%.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So if there's a way for them to tap in or bridge, because it's on Paramount, right?
AMC.
Over
there with The Walking Dead.
Is AMC Prime? What is AMC? Who? I got to look that up.
I feel like AMC is by themselves. I feel like they sitting over there by themselves. Who owns AMC?
Publicly traded company controlled by the Dolan family.
Yeah, they by themselves. They ain't with nobody.
Yeah.
Cause they own All Black. Sometimes you'll see those shows
Acorn.
there. Shutter, Acorn.
Yep. So they're the big conglomerate. I don't think, because I remember AMC on cable and everything like that, but I don't know if they know how to navigate or if they're navigating streaming well.
Yeah.
Because once they did the AMC Plus, you know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know how good cable is faring, but broadcast I'm hearing is still, which is the regular NBC, CBS, you know what I'm saying? Things of that nature.
It did good with The Walking Dead. When The Walking Dead, that was like,
But that was also pre-streaming. Like, streaming was there, but it wasn't, big. That was more so like the on-demand community still. Hey, I recorded, what was it, TiVo and things. It was still that. And also Walking Dead. And I think when having these, but they do have these podcasts, but Walking Dead had the show that came right on after the Talking Dead.
Yeah.
People stayed for that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I forgot the host, which was the host from the MTV show back in the day. I forgot his name. But he was a dope ass host and bringing the people on and getting to learn these characters from the actual actors and talking about things that they need to make. If the executives would watch my show, I think I'm on to something. You have to get back to events broadcast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what's making me show up every episode to watch?
Yeah.
And I know people has gotten spoiled by binge watching. And me and you would go about what shows up on Nielsen and what don't. Yeah, when it's binged, it's easy. It's just like Drake's album when it came out. It's easy to make the charts when I'm hitting you with a whole bunch of content, but what's the staying power?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Look, Drake done dropped out the #1. I knew that was gonna happen. Like, you know what I'm
Who
saying?
number one?
Ariana Grande, I think, just took #1.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, you got to make it an event. Even now, I will get Drake did make it an event,
Yeah.
but it was hollow. It was shallow. It was like
Yeah.
you only doing this because like where's the good? If they can make event watching, we good to go.
Nisha says, do they ever address what happened to Louis' brother? Like, does Lestat ever admit that it was him? And yes, my blood pressure goes up with this show.
I thought he did find out that
Lestat said he didn't do it. He said he didn't do it, and I believe him because you got to think his brother already had like mental health issues. I think he was going through religious psychosis, but by the time you get to season 2, the end of season 2, Louis is kind of going through a little bit of that. Remember, you know, when he's by himself and he's talking to the dead bodies. So I think they family got a little history of mental health issues. But yeah, Lestat said he didn't do it.
and you believe him.
Yeah, I believe him.
He's like, I believe that's my man. I'm standing by.
Well, because it was on one of those after shows. I think if he really did it, he probably would have been like, yeah, he was blocking my man. He had to get out the way. No, he don't care. He'll be like, you was just in my way. I just had to.
Louis.
I think he would admit it if he did it, but yeah, I think that family just has a history of mental health issues. Cause yeah,
I mean, most definitely I could see them just, like you said, having mental health issues and things like that.
Yeah.
And it makes sense. It makes sense. And,
'Cause
I mean, it was always weird, remember when he confronted him on what was that, the roof?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and I think that was foreshadowing everything right there anyway.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But like I said, before he even met Lestat, he was already saying like he hear little birdies and stuff. So Nisha said, I don't believe him. And Louis as a vampire goes through mental issues a little bit. He go through a little bit when he get to London at the end of the season.
Do you think his brother could have been Alamaster? I don't mean like that, but you know how they have them.
Yeah.
You think the brother could have been something like that?
I ain't
Now
never
that'd have
thought
been
about
something they can kind of retcon and lean into, on a
He
rewrite.
gone though. He killed himself.
He is gone. Yeah, you're right.
Jumped off the building. Damn. Yeah. Dang, it was something else I had to ask you. Dang, I forgot. We'll come back to
You was
it.
dragging me on the James
Yeah,
Gunn.
let's talk. I was gonna get to that, but it was something else I wanted to ask you before then, but I forgot. Okay, yeah. Let's go to James Gunn. Blue.
Talk to me.
Blue.
Talk to me. Talk to me
Why
nice.
James Gunn won't let them people make their movies?
This is how I look at it. I think he's concentrating on Superman. The world of Superman.
Yeah.
So you've come into my playground, and I don't think he's trying to little boy the Supergirl director, but it's like,
Yeah.
I'm doing Superman. So since you over here, you got to play by the gun rules. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say this. I know you say he was probably throwing a little shade at Gunn. I think that director, I forgot his name.
Craig Gillespie.
And like you say, he's got some things under his belt, but I think at the same time, he knows who the boss is, and he gonna play ball because Supergirl could end up being big. Not saying that it will, but it could. It's got potential to be a decent summer blockbuster movie. My projection is it only needs 4 to 450.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I do think it could reach that because the box office has been tricky lately. You know what I'm saying? It's not. It ain't been. I don't know if you can pinpoint who's going to be a winner, and who's going to be a loser.
Yeah.
And for some reason, people spending money, and I'm like, I thought the economy, the people are spending
some
money.
Marcus need to be on here. That's his thing with Doomsday.
Yeah.
You and Marcus.
Me too. I said the same. I was like, hold on,
people
man.
Ain't got money. People got money
Look,
when they want to.
I didn't see, and like I said, that's what I'm saying. The box office is tricky. I'm okay with admitting my fault. You know what I'm saying? Seeing new information. It's some new information going on. I'm like, wait a minute, they spending money on these movies, man. The people is out. I ain't think people gonna be outside with the way the economy, and it's going. The economy ain't getting better. They still out here spending money. Maybe they like, you know what? I'm gonna go enjoy my damn movie. Damn what Trump talk about, or damn what I'm gonna go and enjoy my stuff. So
yeah,
I can't tell you right now, man. I heard you talking about don't compare Doomsday to
don't. It's not. I'm telling y'all,
Look,
it's not.
look.
There is no
And
comparison.
look, I know you want to say the Odyssey versus Doom, and that's I'm not against you in saying Doomsday is the better marketing play. It's the
Okay.
better marketing play.
Of course, yeah.
And it doesn't have to be. And when I say versus, I don't think they're going up against each other. It's
Yeah.
just this is the marketing play. Hey, we both coming out on the same day. You know what I'm saying? Like we can have fun with it or not.
Yeah,
And I choose to have fun with it. A lot of
Yeah.
people took what I said out of the wrong context. Because the only thing I said was, and this was based off of people not having the money to spend. Seems like people got the money to spend on both movies now, so shit, they could both be $1 billion movies.
Yeah.
Like that. My context was some people are gonna have to choose. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And if people are really, Dune has a, contrary to popular belief, Dune does have a fan base.
No,
A lot
for
of
sure.
people think, oh, what the hell, Dune going up against them? And I'm like, nah, you can't look at it like Doomsday is this big behemoth and Dune is this small little, you know what I'm saying? Something that Doomsday could just run over.
Yeah.
Doomsday is huge. Massive. Marvel is a huge, massive brand that's got a big, huge machine behind it. But Dune ain't nothing to play with neither, and it also has a huge, massive machine behind it. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's got a fan base. They both have fan bases.
Yeah.
And I'm just looking at it as the fun factor. Hey, you got to choose one.
Yeah.
Let's start something up. Who knows? Starting up the whole Doomsday situation it could make Doomsday go to 2 billion, which I
Yeah.
don't think it'll reach, and it could make Doom go to 1 billion. You see what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
both entities can win. I just want to have fun with it.
Y'all know this was too long. I'm gonna kick you off. Y'all know this stream was entirely too long. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me and Blue and Braxton coming in on the end. But yeah, man, I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna have to cut some of this stuff up. Probably cut some of it out. Michael Jackson family probably gonna end up suing my ass. Too long. It's 1:30 in the morning. I love y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out. We must have been talking about something good because it stayed at 40 to 60 people the whole time. I don't know who you 40 is that's creeping around in here because only Nisha, Magician, Lawrence, and Braxton was talking. So it's 36 other people in here, 40, 50 other people in here. Y'all ain't said nothing. I don't know who y'all is. But yeah, man. I don't think I'm going to do a show next Friday. I think I'm going to go visit my mama. Because unfortunately, they're going to be putting Michael on VOD. So I think I'm going to go down and watch it with her because she didn't get to make it in the movie theaters. But yeah, probably ain't going to be a show next Friday. I'll keep y'all in the loop. I'll let y'all know. But I definitely will have a video up Sunday after the Vampire Lestat. I'm going to do a spoiler review. But yeah, man, this was too long. 4 hours and a half. Too long. But it was good. You know, I like to always engage with my good brother Blue. That's my good Georgia brother. But for real, I appreciate Lauren said they're watching Hoppers in the living room. I need to watch Hoppers. But yeah, man, once again, appreciate y'all for always hanging out with me every Friday. I'll keep y'all in the loop and let y'all know if I'm going to go live next Friday. I may not. I think I got to go see my mama. But other than that, peace out.
Man, I love being black. I love y'all.